I'm Brian Goodwin. I work at Schumacher College, which is a centre for ecological and spiritual awareness, addressing issues of the devastation of the earth and its transformation. It's been in existence for about 11 years, and I've only been there for six altogether. And what I went to do at Schumacher College was to set up a master's degree in holistic science. And in holistic science, what we've been exploring is a range of subjects that integrates traditional science, Western science, with the new science that is emerging. Schumacher College exists as a node in this network of learning centers, in the sense that we are focused on this whole process of resolving the distinction, this discontinuity that we've brought into our culture between humans and nature. And so it's attempting to heal this rift that we're all concerned with. And at Schumacher, therefore, what we're doing is we're trying to achieve this within a particular context, which is probably slightly less practical in some of the other centers, the centers in Africa. But it resonates with the sort of work that goes on in India at Vandana's center. We are attempting to define a new way of acting in the world, of actually behaving in relation to nature, and learning from nature, so that the footprint that we have, the devastation that we cause to the natural world, is not only reduced but eliminated. So we actually become part of the natural world. Now this is quite a difficult learning journey, and it requires a whole lot of new structures to be put in place, one of which is natural or earth jurisprudence. That is, constraints that limit the damage we do and point in a particular direction for how it is that we're going to transform our relationship to the natural world. Gaia theory is one of the very, very important strands that we work with at Schumacher College, not only in terms of understanding how the Earth behaves as this living entity and all the different components of it, the atmosphere, the oceans, the different elements that make this up, the balance, the extraordinary balance, and the regulation that takes place, regulation of temperature, regulation of the concentration of ions in the ocean, and so on. This is like an organism in the way it regulates itself. Now, it's a matter of understanding that, but at the same time, it's necessary to experience it, to actually live it. The question is, how can you live Gaia? How can you live with this being on Earth and actually become it? And you do it through your imagination, and you do it through going out into nature and actually experiencing the river, the Dort. You experience the moss. You experience the way in which the granite gets eroded by rain, and the calcium goes down into the ocean, and it goes down into the river, then into the ocean. It goes into these organisms. The organisms then die. It goes into the skeleton of these organisms, these little crustaceans and others. They die, and the calcium drops to the bottom of the sea, and there it gets buried, and then eventually it comes up through volcanoes and it forms CO2 again, calcium carbonate. So you get these cycles of activity that you can experience in your imagination. So in a sense, this is the primary holistic being that we try to work with at Schumacher. And so, as a living organism, and this was the genius of Jim Lovelock, who comes and teaches on the master's course, to recognize that the Earth is the mother, it gives birth to everything, and it is alive. She is alive. So that's absolutely fundamental to teaching at Schumacher.